I'm Peter C. Hayward.
I'm Gavin.
No last name, Gavin. And I'm going to do a booster pack opening video.
A monster booster pack opening video, because with the new forging system, you get a shit ton of silver.
So much silver. It's a one-off kind of thing. It's like a...
99.
We're going to get 99. We're going to open 100 boosters today.
You already had one.
We're going to open a legendary chest and 99 boosters. That's the plan.
Oh, okay, so it's 100
It's exactly
packs.
100 things being opened today.
Oh my god.
I have 8 event tickets. I've burned through my event tickets, but I've got lots of money to buy some more. So I'm not going to use my silver on them. I'm going to use my silver on packs. So far, I've gotten one legendary from the packs, one of the new legendaries. I got a Korak, the Khan of Kadras, KKK, and the Shagrias.
Oh, look at that.
The new legendary drop seems to be really generous.
Wow, yeah. Well, maybe they're just trying to catch people up on the old pack, all the old set of legendaries.
I don't know, but so far I've opened 15 boosters and gotten 2 or 3 legendaries. It's crazy.
I did something similar.
It's very, very generous, which is lovely.
On my channel, which you can check out as well.
Look at that!
Fucking hell! 2 for 2!
Yeah, it's super, super generous legendary city style town. That's what it is. Look! No. So of the new cards, how are you finding them? What's your favourite?
That's a difficult question. I quite like the Night Gaunt.
Night Gaunt is scary.
It's fun.
This is my favourite.
Yeah.
Techno Gnome. This and the...
I like how he's just lighting a cigar with a blowtorch.
It's cool.
Total disregard for his own lungs.
Yeah. Okay. The legendary rate has dropped off a little bit. It's not 100% anymore.
No, so far 2 legendaries out of 99 packs.
I like the Branch Weaver a lot, who's the 1/1 who puts into play...
Yeah, he puts into play a 5/5, 7/7, 14/14. 3, okay, we're keeping track here. 3 legendaries.
Cinderfist Colossus is an interesting thing.
Yeah, it's a massive defender.
It's so big, 24/27. It kind of blows Forge Guardian Alpha out of the... the thing is, Forge Guardian Alpha is big at all levels, whereas Cinder starts small, then gets big, then gets ridiculously massive, but with the downside of being a defender, which is now a pretty big downside.
Yeah, considering there's so many that just go, bye, defenders. Etherguard, that's the one that gets...
Gets armor every time you play a spell.
Yeah, I've never used it.
It's...
I don't play spells.
It's kind of annoying to go against, but I haven't actually used it yet.
That guy's annoying.
Really?
Yeah, he just regenerates. He just sits there regenerating.
He's obviously built for use with Weirwood, if you look at his stats. He gets hit at all 3 levels, and that regenerate is huge. Crypt Conjurer, I've not actually played with, I've played against.
Yeah, I've played against it, and it was also annoying. It's
annoying, but it hasn't really kicked my ass yet.
Basically, I just get annoyed when people play cards against me.
So much easier. Oh, how exciting. Emails.
See, Bramble Axe Warrior gives something breakthrough when it comes
for that
out.
turn.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Not incredibly exciting.
No, nothing. Lone Strategist. Have you played with him yet?
I haven't used him, no.
He's the guy who moves around and is basically a Lone General. I've played with him once, and he's
an airborne general.
Honestly, he's good just because... Hey!
4?
And this is one of the ones I don't have. Have you seen this guy?
Yeah.
Varna's Pact. Put a random creature that destroyed this game to a space, 2 spaces, 3 spaces. That pairs with Tarsus really nicely.
Yeah.
So I might put together a new Tarsus deck and include him, because it can bring back a Tarsus, and if you bring back a Tarsus with that, it buffs itself as well.
Shit.
So if you bring back a Tarsus and 3 others, the Tarsus buffs all of them while coming into play. It's very nice.
I've mostly been building decks that, the same as the old decks I used to make, just with, complementing the new cards.
Absolutely.
I've built pretty much my first constructed deck since I first started playing the game.
Right.
Not for tournament, just
for random
it's a mobility deck with the new Ender...
Oh, yeah, Ender Cinderblame.
Yeah, the Tempest card that when a creature moves, it gets +1/+1.
This card is shit. It's really annoyingly
just
bad.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's basically, it's a Bramblewood Guardian.
It's a Bramblewood Guardian, yeah. It's just maybe in a
Yeti deck, possibly.
I put it in a Yeti deck. Rubbish.
Well, not if you also have the thing that swaps attack and defense around. Then it's useful, but
this is another one of my absolute new favourite cards. This in draft combined with a Yeti that
gives defender.
That's called the oh crap. This one I haven't seen yet, but it's an interesting one. Creature with Defender gets +5/+5, 7/7/9/9. So the later ones are actually crap. That's a huge boost at level 1.
Yeah. If you put that onto a the
new Aloyan...
The Aloyan that loses Defender when
Colossus.
you gain a rank. Yeah, Colossus.
Kryptonian Colossus or something.
No.
I like this guy. This is a very simple card, but it's really nice.
Yeah.
So that Yeti War Charger, there's a new Aloyan card, which is add attack to all your creatures. I can see that kind of getting some use from it.
Flameberry Shaman.
Flame Fury Shaman is activate. Another target creature you can control gets +3, +6, I think +9, maybe it's 3, 6, 12 until end of turn. Have you seen this one?
Steed.
This is a new one.
It's not a new one, Peter.
Lies! It's a Geomancer Wizard. I've never seen that type before. Never noticed that.
Probably just taking it out of something's tribal effect.
all of the what are they called? The ones that
tribes, shaman.
No, the savants. All the savants are wizards.
That's what I was trying for with shaman.
100% old cards.
Yep.
Yeah. So Glacial Crush combines really well, obviously, with the new Uranti that gives someone defender for the turn.
Has Oxydon Spitter always been a dinosaur, or has it only just become a dinosaur?
In the before the patch, it was a tree folk, and they're obviously like, that makes no sense. It's a dinosaur now. It's always been a dinosaur, but that's never mattered before.
Dark Heart Wanderer? I don't know.
Dark Heart Wanderer is old.
Oh, it is? Okay,
yeah, that's the guy who gets regen whenever you play a spell.
Okay, right, yeah.
You can build a deck around him pretty nicely. Metamind Explorer...
I just have never seen him as a level 3.
Oh, right. Metamind Explorer, I like. I'm going to try putting that in a Drix deck.
When it dies, you draw a card.
Yeah. That spell that we were looking at, that's +5/+5 to a card with Defender, also combos really well with the Uranti who gives Defender, because you can just give a card Defender on your turn, then buff it for pretty high numbers. Chiselhearth Hunter, I'm not crazy about.
No.
It's good. Like, it's going to be at least a 2/8, at most a 6/8, which is nice stats, but nothing... I don't know. I don't like the...
6/8's high for a level 1, but...
Yeah.
It relies on board position.
Twin Strength, I really dislike.
Yeah.
It's a worse Ferocious Roar. And you can't even cast it if you've only got one creature out.
Yeah.
So it just does nothing. The level 2 and 3 are very slightly higher than Ferocious Roar, but Ferocious Roar is just amazing in comparison. Organ Harvester, I like a lot. He's basically an out if you're facing up against Scrapforge decks or stuff like that in draft.
I got crushed by Scrapforge. Well, I was very close to beating it, and then...
So on 17 health, you're on 100.
Scrapforge level 3 came out. It was being buffed by a level
Battle
3 Tactician, and just bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, that was a fairly brutal beatdown. And
So
then you drew two hands of level 1s as well.
Yep.
So yeah, the Stone Brand can work kind of in collaboration. I'd be curious to see if that gets much play. Sky Knight Glider I really like.
He's a bit of fun.
Yeah.
I think I've got some of that in my mobility deck. It's called Mobility, bitch, exclamation mark.
And this guy's an interesting one, because he's below average for 2 levels, and then very slightly above average, so he's never going to be better than a Wind Primordial.
But it's always got...
got mobility too, so it can kind of duck around and do some damage.
It's going motion, emotion...
Cinder Colossus, that's the name. Yeah. I really like that first one, because it's like, it doesn't do much damage, because he's just creeping out. And then he's in the town, and then he's crushing the town. Stout Hide, I haven't actually managed to use effectively. This works really well with buff spells.
Stout Hide. I read it as South Side on my small screen.
Stout Hide Stegodon.
I was like, South Side Stegodon.
And see,
represents
all the dinosaurs start as just pure dinosaurs, then they get kind of diamond encrusted. Look at it.
Yeah, they get armor.
Yeah, it's weird. I like that. I haven't used effectively. That works really well with growth spells, because you just can't kill it. Brown Blacks we've talked about. Not a lot of legendaries. There's been a big legendary drought here. Maybe by talking about them, I'll attract them.
Maybe.
Stillwelder Medic is
He's a ongoing Aegis
conscript.
Yeah,
but he can't buff himself, which is because I never expect him to survive more than one turn.
Just play it with an Aegis conscript and give him the armor from the Aegis.
Go all in on armor.
Except, yeah.
Lycian Hydra is nice at level 2, nice at level 1, okay at level 2, tiny bit below average at level 3, but it's a nice solid card. I like Lycian. And there's another new Terra as well, which starts strong and then is not very good. It's like a 7-8 at level 1. Nothing new there. Sure. Vyric's Embrace, have you used this at all?
No, I have seen it though.
It's just honestly, I consider it a better Ghastly Touch. Like, it's not as big at level 3, but at level 1 it's bigger, at level 2 it's even, and level 3 it's 5 less, but the health, yeah.
The health gain aspect.
I would rather have a Vyric's Embrace than a Ghastly Touch, almost every time.
Okay.
Because it's -4. Gravegeist is just a slightly better Marrow Fiend.
Yeah.
Instead of 8-1,
not
7-4.
as good at level 1, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's got more of a body.
It's got
Can't
more
be taken
health.
out by Magma Hound, which is the big problem with Marrow
Yeah.
Fiend. So yeah, instead of 8-1, it's 7-4. Instead of, I think, 11-4, it's 11-7. And then instead of 17-13, yeah, it's just better. What type is it? Spirit. So there's a few spirits. Not many, but a few. Doomwing!
Five
I'm really good at
legendaries.
getting set 1 legendaries. I don't want any more set 1 legendaries.
Cinder Mystic. That's Water Walker.
Yeah, basically it's old school Water Walker. Which is nice. It's just a nice reliable card. Spore Torrent, I really like. Poison 2, free Poison 3, free Poison 4.
And there's some cards that do a lot of nice things with poison.
Yeah, that new 4-8 at level 1. It's like have you seen the image for it? It's creepy.
Yeah. Its
like a
face
snake
looks
woman.
like it's been edited on.
Yeah, it's really weird and fucked up. Branch Weaver, we've already talked about it, I really like.
Oh, there's the Marathon, so you can quickly...
Oh, yeah, what's the... Level 2? Yeah, 11-5.
So
compared to 11-7.
a level 3 Marathon's better.
Only because of the health.
Yeah.
And it's 2 more, or something like that.
No, it was like a...
I thought it was 17,
I don't
11.
remember.
Gloomspire Worm. I always grab one, and I've never played it yet
Yeah.
in draft. Because I'm like, if it's on the first turn, it's an 8-8. But
Getting it that first turn is...
that's the only reason it's good. So the new Worm I don't like very much. This one, haven't played with.
No, mine either.
Mine either.
Mine either.
There's a few of the little rare, what are they called, allied faction cards that are just crap. Like,
yeah,
I'm just like, I would never play this.
Like there's the Ice Mage
I
Gears
love
Defender.
him. Love him.
I've said this a few times, but I predicted the cross faction cards before they came out.
It's true.
But I was expecting it to be more just this card is both a Loin and Necrium.
Yeah. No,
which would be a harder thing to do.
Especially because you'd only be able to put it in. But could you put it? Yeah. Yes, correct.
Like,
there's no advantage to that.
Yeah, no.
The way they've done it is
the allied thing is fine.
Is better in every regard because you can pick it for a non-allied deck. You wouldn't, but you can have that option.
Yeah, I've turned down cards. There we go. That's
second Scorchmane.
6 legendaries.
Wallbreaker Yeti combos really well with the other Yeti. It
Yeah.
comes into play, destroy defender, and that one's level gated. But in a Yeti, I reckon there'll be some good Yeti tribal anti-defender decks happening. Group Meal is
You really like.
awesome, so good. I've had it just decimate the board for me, like against me. It just it screws up almost every trade, almost every time.
Hey, look, there's the crap Water Walker.
Verdant Grace is I've picked it a few times and you just never play it. Like
I've seen you play it once.
It's because I had nothing else.
Because you had
I had 10 spells in a draft deck,
Yeah.
which I didn't want to do, but accidentally did. You would play that card in a Thundersaw deck. Because Thundersaw...
Yeah.
Hey! I don't even know this card. This turn, level 2 or lower
Is
creature
it
you
level
control
level
gets...
7
When
now?
this is destroyed... Oh, cool! I wrote this card. Like, I put it on the forum as a suggested card.
Target level 2 or lower creature you control gets when this is destroyed, return it to... Oh, okay, so it
I
gives
literally
it...
wrote this card.
It gives it, Zerath? No, not Zerath. What's it called?
Keeper of the Damned.
No. Freaking, what's he called? Comes back.
Zymus. Yeah, Keeper of the Damned is this, but with a body.
Okay.
It's activate target level 1 creature if it's destroyed this turn.
Okay.
Yeah, no. There was a let's write a card thread, and I wrote this card almost exactly. Level 2, any level, and then level 3, it's free. That's nice, especially on a Zymus, because it brings back 2 Zymuses.
Fucking hell, I hadn't thought that would work.
Yeah, that when I suggested this, people were like, I think it'll be bad because of Zymus, and they were wrong. No, actually, the one I wrote was level 1: destroy a non-zombie creature. When it comes back, it's a zombie, so it works in zombie decks. But this one is probably better because they are professionals.
So I can't remember if that's 6 or 7 legendaries now.
I think it was 7 because the second Scorchmane was 6.
Okay.
Which is a nice run, especially for like cards I didn't want and had no use for. Digitize, you seen this game?
Yeah.
I am not crazy about it. It's really good in an all armor deck, I guess, because it just fucks up the cards. Zillion Rot Fiend, I like as an underdrop pretty much exclusively, because this the -3/-3 -5/-5 is so big. Like if you play this on level, it can just be taken out by level 1s.
Yeah.
Or especially like if you chuck a Grove Matriarch against it, because that's -5, and then it attacks, and then the new one is another -5. So Grove Matriarch does 15 damage to it.
Yeah.
Death Current is crazy good. It's such a strong card.
Especially if you use it from the first.
Yeah. I've been playing that. Yeah, underleveled, it's awful, but I've been playing a lot of Death Current. Night Gaunt is so good. In draft,
a lot of fun. Yeah.
He's brutal. I really think he'll be used in a lot of constructed decks. Corpulent Shambler is one of the new ones that I just like. It's just so solid. It's
just leaves behind a zombie.
It's actually got slightly worse stats than... it's got like equal number... So Grove Matriarch is the equivalent, which is worse at level 1, Grove Matriarch, because it leaves behind a 1/1 and it's 4/6. Level 2 Grove Matriarch's an 8/10, leaving behind the 3/3, so better. Level 4 it's a 14/18, I think, or 18/20. It's something huge.
Something big.
Leaving back a 5/5. So it kind of, inversely...
It gets better.
But it's just really nice compliment, and it's a different faction, so it means that you got a bit of options with your Tarsus. Venomous Nanoscale! Look at that creepy ass face.
Yeah, it looks like it's photoshopped on.
Yeah, it's awful. And it's meant to be like a big snake person, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like,
it is. Look, it's a Naga.
A what?
A Naga? It's a snake person.
Oh,
like,
right.
Body of a snake,
yeah.
Torso of a person.
But yeah, creepy image. Awesome card in draft if you can build a deck around it.
Yeah.
Marine Peacekeeper is awful. Just genuinely so bad. I don't know why you would ever play this.
Yeah. Hey, look at me, I've got armor. No, I don't.
I mean, it's a decent blocker.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a good blocker.
It's an underdrop, like not necessarily an underdrop.
It's exclusively a blocker, but I've not yet picked it or played it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's an amazing card, and I'm just really underestimating it. But so far, it looks crap. If it was a robot, yes, but it's not. Group Meal, Chisel Hearth. We've talked about all those. Yeah, I've got 2 new... And they're both spells, the 2 new cards I got, isn't it?
The 2 new legendaries, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a Tarsus.
Conflagrate is 3/3/6/6, I think 9/9, but to 2 different creatures. Second Shragrias. Crucible Colossus.
There he is, yeah.
He's a nice card.
So 2 Shragrias, 2 Scorchmanes.
I really like the legendary drop rate.
That's 8, 9, 8. I'm going to say 8. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Glacial Crush is so good. So nice.
If you can get like 1 in 10, 10% legendary drop.
That's amazing, yeah.
If you make it up to 11 legendaries by the time you've opened all your packs.
Yep, 10 would be 1 in 10. 10% of 100.
You've only got 99, Peter.
Oh, well, in that case I need 9.9 legendaries. Hello, Sarah. We're making a video. You want to come say hi to the viewers? You hate the viewers, don't you?
Hello. Mr. Wazowski.
I
tried to use one. It just never worked for me.
Yeah, look, if you can't place in an empty lane...
I always placed it in an empty lane.
Really?
And it's always just got popped off by Magma Hounds or anything else.
Right. See, I had...
So I've never doubled a Mimic Leaf.
Right. I had my level 5. Well, I mean, if you're going against Tempest, that is obviously a chance.
It was like a 4 draft thing.
Yep.
And
never got it working. See, I played a 5/5 and it stayed alive right through to the end of level 4. Because it's just really hard to kill. Because it's just you kill one.
You'd think so, but for some reason, it never lasted for me.
Well, I like him. I never got the level 3 out though. I'd be really keen to try that. Him in a Tarsus deck would be lovely. Ghastly Renewal is another meh. Like, all these 2 target creature cards, except for Conflagrate. Dissolve, I really like.
Yeah. I've got
That's
one of
a
those
nice
in my
card.
poison deck.
Yeah. I tried putting it in the poison deck, and it really didn't work for me. Like, in Constructed.
I mean, I'm in draft.
Oh, right. I drafted a poison deck, did so well. Thundersaw!
Yeah,
I am
okay.
so good at getting...
Like 9 legendaries. 8 or 9.
8 or 9. Let's call it 8.9, and then we can get exactly 1/10. He's one of the new faction. Oh, look, I don't mind this guy.
Yeah.
Just because of the mobility.
But
he's a bit underwhelming, yeah.
I was just trying to pick the reason why, like, being allied with a
The Tempest would give him mobility.
Yeah.
Because...
Like, I'm interested... Oh, it's
okay.
Moved. I'm just interested in the meta story.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, there's both of the ones that ally between Necreum and Tempest of Berserk.
Okay.
So it's obviously like a tribal thing.
Yeah.
People are really interested in the Aloyan Necreum one because people started writing backstory for them of like they're an outcast tribe who kind of combined and yeah.
As Poison Coil that can poison...
Poison Coil, again, I put it in my poison deck and it did really well for me. The thing about a poison deck is you need some way of delaying it. Which I was using those little one ones that spawn the other guy for.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you can get 2 of the creepy snake people out, they are brutal. And Venom Fang kicks ass in that deck.
Oh yeah. Well, Venom Fang's the creature that's on that Poison Coil card.
Yeah. I'm talking about the duplicator though.
Yeah.
Sap, I really like. I hated it at first. I made fun of it, and now I'm like, Sap is just awesome. If they're not playing a faction that buffs attack,
yeah,
or a faction that so if you're not playing, if you're playing a Loin, it's really good. Loin does buff attack.
Ashurian Brawler, that was the card you spoiled.
Yeah.
Say that every time it comes out.
Oh, it closed instead of clicking open next.
We've got 29 to go. I think we're going to
2
see...
legendaries.
I think we're going to see them.
Night Gaunt, Fireman. Did I talk about Fireman?
Yeah.
I like Fireman. No, I don't think I have. Yes, I have.
Yeah, we
Carry
have.
on.
Definitely.
Carry on.
I've got memories.
Carry on.
Keep calm, and...
So, a heroic is worth 3,000 silver.
Yep.
So if you get a heroic, it's basically paid for the pack in terms of silver.
So it would seem.
This guy is probably currently my favourite of the allied. And that's just because his body is pretty decent at all levels.
Yeah, and he gets...
but I've never used the breakthrough on him, actually.
Oh, he's always got breakthrough. It's the armor that he gets.
Yeah, no, but I've never used it.
Oh, I have a couple of times. I made him really big with a couple of Matrix Wardens. And...
Ah, nice. I think the trouble is I always pick him and then never get a chance to play him. We got some nice comments in our last video from, I think, Zenray and someone else's name, I can't remember, said, "Love you guys," which was very nice. We don't know you well enough to declare that kind of emotion, but you seem cool based almost exclusively...
Because all we see are your words. There's another one, so
another
we're
level, set 1 legendary.
Probably at least 9.
This guy is sweet.
Yeah.
This guy is so good. The only reason he sucks is if you draw him at level 3 without anything to block.
Yeah.
In which case,
just a 12/12.
In which case, I would just level up some other card, honestly. Keep him as a blocker. But yeah, he's a very, very nice new card, especially if you got a Euterodon Rex. Deep Moss, I haven't...
I've only used it the once.
He's so low at level 1 and so high at level 2, and then, he's like...
Just average at level 3.
He's thematically an interesting card, but I've not gotten enough use out of him to say any kind of emotion.
You can't even say sad.
Can't say it?
Can you say ambivalent? Ambivalent's an emotion.
Cannot say it.
Technically.
Dissolve and Glacial Crush and... What's the... I always forget. Spirit Link? No. Soul Harvest. The new Necreum kill guy.
Spirit Leash.
No, the one that kills...
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. They're 3 new removal that are just really solid. And then Sap, I suppose, is kind of the equivalent of removal.
Sap's kind of like, just negation.
Here's the nerfed Patriarch. Oh, I love these new stats. Like, obviously they're worse, but they're so much more fair and fun to play against. They've made him into a still very strong card.
That's the thing that I love about an entirely digital card game like this.
They can retcon.
Yeah, like Magic the Gathering, you can't retcon a card. You can say this card is not tournament legal. That's all you can do.
What's your take on this guy?
It's just a Nexus core, honestly. I mean, the armor does change things. The armor makes it so that if they can't even put any damage through, it just sits there. So it's better than Nexus core. It's definitely better than a Nexus core, but it's still...
I think next time I draft...
I don't really have any use for a card that is purely defender.
Yeah.
That if I do give it a jetpack, it's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
It's
Having
just
said that, it is in the faction of attack buff.
It is also in the faction of... what is it? The legendary that drops robots?
Arcflight Squadron.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a free card, that's nice. Yeah, absolutely. You chuck him in the center row against a Battletech deck in draft. Yeah. You pump him up with a few Matrix Wardens, and you basically have control over the center row for the whole game.
Yeah.
Tower Vanguard, still awful. Still a bad card.
Well, didn't you like it at one point?
It was really effectively used against me with some tech upgrades.
Yeah.
But since then I've drafted a few times to try to get that combo to work and never drew them at the right time.
There's good old...
Have you seen this guy? He's a strong little soldier there. He's a robot. Free drop with the arc flight.
Fuck you and the horse you rode in on.
What do we got? This is...
We're getting close to...
This is the same one, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting close to the end of the packs, and haven't seen that 10th, possibly legendary.
There's a new dinosaur that's like 7/3 with breakthrough. And I think if he's allied with Tempest, he gets mobility, or...
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I'll hope it's a common, I think, so maybe we'll see one. Oxodon is so nice at level 3. I've never really gotten up to level 3 Oxodon before.
Yeah.
But with that new dinosaur buffer...
Yeah, removes all armor.
All armor on the board, and they can't get it either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing against a deck that was full of forge plates and scrap forges. I was playing a Loyan Utera, so I had no way... Oh, this is... Oh, here he is. Here's the dinosaur. Yeah, okay, so he's Tempest, Alloyed Utera gets breakthrough. 7/3, 11/7, 17/13. Good for a nice rush deck. I was playing against... Yeah, I was playing two factions that only have one way of dealing with armor, which is Oxodon Spitter, and he'd seen those factions, so he's laying down all the forge plate sentries and scrap forges. Because I could boost all my dinosaurs, I just, was able to decimate them every time.
Cool.
Which is to say, reduce them by exactly 10%.
Reduce them by 10. The best use of Decimate I've ever seen was in a science video that had a friend of mine from Brisbane in it, Joel. You know Joel. And
you guys don't, but I know Joel.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, I just want to talk about this guy. You can't see his art here, but the Oozling art is my favourite art in the game.
It's just so cute.
It's very, very cute.
Anyway, and they were making an explosion in a bin using common element. No, it was like liquid nitrogen and something or other, making an explosion in a plastic wheelie bin. And they said, "Oh, that was decimated." And they were like, "Yeah, good use of decimate, because it looked like it had been reduced by 10%.
What was the card that I got excited about a few seconds ago?
The Oozling.
Oh, yeah. Oozling is just an interesting design. Here's the guy I was talking about who is just huge at level 1 and then progressively, crap.
Yeah.
Well, even level 2 is not bad. He's very much an underdrop.
Yeah.
And a really nice one. I really like the new kind of design choices.
Is Yeti Warcaller anything decent?
He's the one who does damage to everyone opposite from any kind of Yeti.
Ah, right, yeah.
And I tried to draft him, but because all the Yetis are new, they're all being snapped up,
yeah.
and I couldn't grab any. But he seems cool. Yeti Tribal may be a thing. Maybe.
Forge Guardians.
Forge Beta's the common I have the most of by a long shot. I have 30 or 40 more than any other common put together. Not true. That would be crazy.
Wow, yeah. Shit. It's like you built decks entirely out of alphas.
You played this guy yet?
No, I haven't.
It's basically, this creature is now a Spring Dryad.
Yeah.
And Spring Dryad being just a worse card than Devourer, it's just a less good Ride of the Grim Dawn.
Yeah.
That's all my boosters.
So we may have averaged 1 in every 10, possibly.
We did not keep close enough track. So it's I'd say about a 8% drop rate.
Yeah.
Which is nice. And in my legendary pack, I get another Rageborn Hellion!
Oh, yay.
This is the one you're talking about, Emberwind Evoker?
Yeah. I've got that in my mobility
and
bitch
this
deck.
one I'm actually excited to get. This is one of the coolest new allied cards.
Esperion Scarab. Allied Utera, when it enters battlefield... Oh, put a copy of it into another space. Nice, okay.
and its stats are good, and its armor makes it like it's just
Yeah, it's armor. It's got stats.
it's just a cool little design.
As long as you got enough Utera cards in your hand, you're
It's
always going to
also
have two of them.
a new insect, which is exciting.
Oh yeah, there is that other insect that was new.
Yeah, the guy who gives you back health.
Yeah.
Which means that someday down the line we may see insect tribal. I'm very excited about tribal stuff. I think that's really cool.
It's going to be an interesting way for it to go.
That's all for this video, I think. That's all the things. I could buy another 100 booster packs, but I won't. That's me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on Peter Opens Packs and does other things to do with Solforge, and Gavin's here as well, doing the wavy hand thing.
Yeah, I got a channel. It's got stuff on it.
Where is it? Where can people find it?
Solforge on it.
Peter out!